Good afternoon, and welcome back to Goldlocked Classic. It's been a little while since we were last streaming. February was pretty... oh, and March actually. Geez, we've almost finished March. Both pretty crazy months, but we are back. As you can see, the challenge has not stopped. In fact, it's progressed very, very well. So, last video, we got Duskwood, and as of, spoiler alert, as of the end of the last video, we completed our 150 gold goal in Duskwood, and we're ready to spin again. We're going to spin again in about 40 minutes, so about 5 PM GMT. But until then, we'll just do a little bit of farming in the zone, do some of the greatest hits. There's a few trade materials that I need, and just generally hang out. So yeah, welcome back, and let me know how you're doing. We've already got, oh wow, Muck337 coming in hot. Subbing with Twitch Prime, thank you very much. New zone hype, oh yeah, you know it. And Zeth, it's alive. It is alive. Just about. We are in the zone of undead. But we're here, we're back, we're better than ever. So yeah, how are you guys doing? I'm going to get in a little loop of Duskwood while we're waiting. And then I need to do some skinning as well. We've got a lovely little skinning spot that we'll head to. And if you haven't watched the last video, I've got this wonderful little iron ore loop that I like to do. Literally just become like second nature now. I log in, takes me anywhere 6 to 10 minutes. Little loop of most of the iron ore nodes in the zone. Pulls in an easy 10 gold. Really easy money, especially given the zones that we've got unlocked. And also, we're going to need a lot of iron ore going forward, because we're now at a position where I can upgrade my engineering and my leatherworking, so we're going to need loads of materials for that. And apart from anything else, iron ore sells really well. Really well. About 70 silver per ore once we've converted it. So great little earner. There we go, we just made 1.5 gold. Easy. And I'm just going to turn down the effects volume there. Don't know why it seems really loud. Death, you're doing good. Picked up a few new vinyls. One really rare one, which is super happy with. Enjoying the race to world first streams past few days. While playing while getting back into housing. Nice. First question, what is the really rare vinyl? And did you just sort of come across it by accident, or did you have someone sort of looking out for it for you? Because I feel like there's nothing more satisfying than just sort of flicking through those sort of vinyl bins. I don't know if it's the same way you are. Yeah, just finding something super obscure. Jeez, I've pulled way too many of these guys. Race to world first. Is that midnight? Midnight finally out? Psycho. Finally we got a mount. Yes, we have. It cost us about 45 gold, but it was worth every penny. Because having a mount just speeds up everything. Every aspect of the grind. And also, even though it's only 60% faster, it feels like so much quicker. Like when you're running everywhere, everything feels like it takes a long time, even though you're not, you know, you're only reducing the time you take by like what, 35%? You really feel that 35%. Ah, so this vinyl. Original 1988 pressing. Easy E, easy does it. In very good condition. Oh, it was your local dealer. He hinted that he might have something in that you like. That's very cool. It's nice when you sort of got that good relationship with them. And they'll kind of give you a bit of a tip off. Obviously a good customer, obviously a valued customer, because they wouldn't do that for just anybody. Oh, this guy's got skin in, so we'll obviously leave him to that. What's really great about these zones is that people sort of go through and kill loads of Worgen, but a lot of people don't have skinning, so as long as I make sure they're not going to use them, then I'll probably just get a few free leathers. Cloudberry84. Hey man, missed your streams. Cozy vibes. Yeah, you know it. Yeah, like I say, it's been a crazy couple of months. Just got a promotion at work and it has been, yeah, just insane. Just learning lots of new stuff. But thankfully, I've kind of reached that point of I've got my head around what's going on. So now I've got the time to kind of devote back to the passion projects. And Zeth just subscribed to tier 1. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Yeah, in classics, Worgens are aliens, so it's fine. Yeah. We don't... Well, we kind of know that they're human. But we just kind of pretend we don't know that fact. Because it is explained, right? It's explained that Worgens are humans, because we've got Jitters over here in Raven Hill. And his whole sort of quest line is about how the fact that he's a Worgen. But he's obviously hiding it. So we know that they're people. We know what we're doing here. But I think it's a really curious thing of like morality that we're happy to kill them. Killing them, not a problem. Nobody ever had a problem with the killing part. But skinning them, that's wrong. And I would argue that objectively the killing is the worst part. Like once they're dead, We've kind of done the worst thing to them that we're going to do to them. What have we got? You know, I don't even bother mining copper ore now. It's just so worthless. But the first Worgans were from the other planet to which Aragorn opened a portal. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They are aliens in that respect. But like, are all of them? Because they've obviously like spread the disease to Azeroth now, so I imagine a lot of these Worgans are just regular people. I also think it's curious, you never see... It's only humans that are Worgan. I've not ever seen a dwarf Worgan or a gnome Worgan. Don't even know if that's, you know, can exist in the world of Warcraft universe. I don't see why not. Humans, dwarves, gnomes, they're all so similar. It's interesting. They're the only race on all of Azeroth that I know of. Oh, it can affect night elves. Yeah, you know what? That does ring true. But I'm trying to think of in-game if there's any night elf Worgans. I know you definitely can't be it as a character, but... I kind of think that would be more cool if you could be any of the races as a Worgan, like your, you know, humanoid, your regular form was like just one of the normal humanoid races.
I can't loot that right now.
And it would be doubly cool if, when you're not in your Worgan form, you just appear to be like an orc or a tauren. And nobody knows until you know, change. Because you could just be running around Azeroth as a goblin, and nobody knows your secret. Oh, so the curse has been passed to humans and the Night Elves. Appreciate the quote there, Zeth. So they may become a Worgan by 3 possible means. The first were the Druids of the Scythe, who took pack form and allowed the Scythe of Elune to change them into Worgan. Yes. And the Scythe of Elune, I can't remember when, but it does pop up in Darkshire somewhere, or in Duskwood somewhere. So 3 ways to get it. 1, the Druids of the Scythe. And that's what this guy, Morganth, over in Redridge. This guy here, Morganth, that's what he was looking for. He was looking for the Scythe of Elune. Which changes people into Worgans. Second way is if you get bitten by a Worgan, or drinking the blood of a Worgan. If you're drinking the blood of a Worgan, that's on you. Like, if you get bitten by one, you're arguably a victim, that's fine. But if you're drinking their blood, then You know what you're doing. And if two Worgen were to mate and produce an offspring, that offspring would not be a Worgen, though Worgen offspring exist. Interesting. I wonder, if they were to mate whilst in Worgen form, would that be the thing that affects it? Like, if they go into human form, it's fine. Blame the elves, yeah. Night elves have a lot to answer for. They have done a lot of shady stuff in the World of Warcraft. We will blame them. But it all turns out, you know, relatively okay in the end. They kind of, you know, managed to rebuild a civilization in Azeroth. They lead pretty good lives. Anyway, I'm glad we're playing in a classic so that we can skin them. Oh, we're so close to a level up. I'm just going to kill a few Worgen while we're here. Peter J.E. over on YouTube. Hey there. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're going to be rolling for a new zone in about 20 odd minutes. If you haven't already, there is a poll up on both YouTube and Twitch. It should be a pinned comment. Or which zone you want to see next, and how you vote is going to influence that wheel. There's also a poll up on YouTube, which is going to influence it as well. So you can vote on both. Nothing to stop you from voting on both of those polls. So if you really like one zone, then you can vote for it twice. Or you might want to split your votes. I think the straw poll does let you vote for 2 different zones. Because it might be that you really like 2 of the zones, but you don't like the 3rd one. So you just want to make sure we don't get the 3rd one. That's fine as well. Ed the Pandito. You saw your video come up on your YouTube, recommended, and thought it was a super cool idea, so now you're here. Amazing. Well, we're glad to have you. I'm glad you liked the video, and I'm glad you came and joined us over on Twitch. I can't take full credit for it. If you haven't seen Pathalerix's videos, he's the one who kind of converted this idea into World of Warcraft first, or certainly the first one I've seen. And then we converted it to Classic. So yeah, it's all permutations on an idea, but I'm really enjoying it in Classic because it's a lot less player density in Classic WoW. A lot less. Which means there's a lot more unexplored farms. Buzz Lightbeer. Love the name. What does Goldlocked mean? So Goldlocked means that we cannot leave a zone until we earn a certain amount of gold. So we started out over in... Oh, can't loot while I'm in the map. We started over in... Oh no, not there. Dunmoreau, as a dwarf. We started there and I had to gather 25 gold. I can sell on the auction house. So gather or sell items to earn 25 gold. And then once I got that, I could roll a wheel and go to any zone that connects to that zone, so Lochmadan or Elwyn Forest. And each zone I go into, the amount of gold I have to get increases. So for our second zone we had to get 50 gold, then we needed another 75 and so on. So we got a few hundred gold by this point in the challenge, because we are in... we've unlocked 6 zones maybe? About to unlock our 7th. That sounds about right. We'll check those numbers in a second. So whatever zone we roll next has to connect to our unlocked zones. So we've got Dunmorrow, we've got Loch Modan, we've got Redridge, we've got the Badlands, we've got Elwyn Forest, and we've got Duskwood. So 6 zones unlocked. So we can go to any connecting zone with our next spin, because I've earned 150 gold. That is level appropriate, so that means we've got Westfall, we've got Stranglethorn Vale, and we've got the Wetlands. We're going to spin that wheel not too long, about 20 minutes or so. And they're all really good zones that we got on the wheel, but we're going to have to gather, or we're going to have to earn 175 gold in the next zone. So it gets a little bit harder each time. And it's going to get incredibly hard once we get somewhere like Durotar or Mulgore, like a Horde starting zone. Because there's going to be like no vendors we can interact with. There's going to be really low level crafting materials. Yeah, it's just generally going to be really difficult, but that's kind of part of the fun. So if the auction house isn't in that zone, can you still use it? Yeah, so the way that it works is the zones that we've unlocked, they stay unlocked, but I generally have to earn all of the gold in the new zone. So although I've got, you know, Redridge, the Badlands, etc. unlocked, I'm not going to go back to them and gold farm in them, but I can access things that are in those zones. So if I need to use a vendor in there, or I need to gather a certain material that are in those zones, then I will go back and do that. That's absolutely fine. But I generally, all my farming is going to be in the new zone. Because what you don't want is, like, I've found some really good farms in Duskwood, for example. If I unlock Westfall, it might actually be quicker to just stay in Duskwood, but I'm not going to do that because that's not really in the spirit of the challenge. So yeah, so to answer your question, we can go back into the we can go back to the auction house and Stormwind or an Ironforge. But yeah, if we couldn't, cool, yeah, that would really add a new dimension to the challenge. But Duskwood's definitely been the most lucrative zone by far, but it kind of makes sense because it's the highest level zone we've unlocked. Because higher level zones generally mean more money. You got higher level mobs, you got better quests, you've got higher level trade goods. Oh, looks like our next kill's going to level us up. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so we can't farm in groups. We've got some other rules. Can't farm in groups. We can't buy anything off the auction house. So I can sell on the auction house, but I can't buy anything. So for example, I couldn't just buy up loads of iron ore and convert it to steel bars for quick money. Although that would be a really good way to earn money. Can't do that. Oh yes, level 36. So no dungeons. Generally no, because I'd need to be in groups, although if I'm high enough level, then I could do dungeons. I have actually done a bit of stockades, because you can solo quite a lot of the stockades. So I've done a fair bit of that, but to be honest, killing elite mobs on your own is pretty arduous, pretty time consuming, so there tend to be better open world farms, but yeah, if I can solo a dungeon, I can do it. I can also join groups for the purposes of leveling. So for example, if I wanted to do the stockades quests, then I could join a group to do like a run of the stockades. I just can't group up for gold farming. So elite quests, for example, I could group up for that, but I tend to not group up much really. I like to do everything solo. And one other thing that was sort of inspired by, again, by Patholerics, was when I unlock a new starting zone. So when I unlocked Elwyn Forest, then I can make a crafting ult. So I can make an ult with the purpose of just learning a couple of professions. So I've got a human crafting ult that does tailoring and enchanting. It means that I don't have to keep dropping my mining and skinning and relearning them, which is really helpful because starting zones are really hard because, as I said earlier, everything's low level. So having a little bit of a bonus for unlocking that is a real plus. And I'm still trying to work out in my head what we're going to do when we unlock a Horde starting zone, because in Classic I couldn't have a Horde crafting ult. I can't send stuff across factions. So I feel like there needs to be some other sort of benefit when we unlock a Horde starting zone, but I don't know what that would be that would fit within the theme of the challenge. So if anybody's got suggestions, I'm very gladly taking them. But yeah, if you wanna get involved, influence the challenge, then have a little look at the pinned comment and drop a vote in which zone or zones you want to see. There's just a link to a straw poll. You don't have to sign up or anything. You just click on the link, vote for which zone or which zones you want us to be in next, and then we'll spin a randomized wheel, but the wheel will be proportioned according to the votes. And we're getting quite close actually. We're only about 10 minutes or so away from the spin, which I am super looking forward to. So I'll just finish this little loop here, which finishes just when we get to the edge of these hills. And then we'll have a little look at our potential new zones. Okay, so that was a good little farming loop. We've got some leather, which is good. Actually, we've got quite a lot of leather because I'm going to need them to level up my leatherworking. We've got some iron ore, which is going to be worth about 7 gold once we convert it. Looks like the price might have gone up actually. We've got some heavy stone, which sells for crazy amounts. We've got loads of silver ore actually. We've got almost 15 gold's worth of silver ore there, so geez, that's crazy. I think what I'm going to do, because I've got a bit of value left over from last time, I'm not going to have that carry over into the new zone. Otherwise we'd be like 50% of the way there already before we've even gone in. So I'll probably spend it maybe upgrading my bags. Don't really know what else I'm going to do with it because I can't buy off the auction house, but I'll figure some stuff out. I'll probably spend that excess gold improving our efficiency. We're in a pretty good place actually. We're pretty central to most of the zones here, so I'll probably hang out in Duskwood the last little bit whilst we talk through the zones and then look at the spin. Ed Pandito, did you mess with your TSM settings or do you use the base settings? I have messed with them a little bit. There's things that I don't like it showing, and there's also a bit of messing about you have to do to be able to actually pull the information through. The nice thing is we've progressed to TBC servers, and TBC servers work so much better with TSM. We can actually get information about the region sale averages, like how much, say, silver ore is selling for, how much it has historically sold for, how many sell on average each day. All of this information is really, really useful because it lets me kind of make an informed decision. Whereas TSM on classic servers is really basic, just because Blizzard don't let them pull through a lot of that information. So yeah, I did play around with it a little bit, but most of this is just the base settings. yeah, when you used to farm gold on retail, you had to change a bunch of settings to get it right. So it's quite different if you're crafting, and also if you're using TSM to automatically post your auctions. Personally, I just manually post my auctions. I find TSM can be hit and miss. Sometimes it's good for you, sometimes it's not so good for you. I just manually post them because this is TBC, I don't have huge volumes of items. So I might as well just post them myself. It doesn't really take that long. But if I was playing retail, yeah, you would need TSM. Your bags are going to get full with so many valuable items. You don't want to be manually posting them all the time. But yeah, for TBC, honestly, I don't think I'd bother too much. Plus, I kind of like having a bit more control over what I sell them for and when. Curious to see what copper ore's doing. Oh, it's gone up. Price has about doubled. Okay, might actually be worth mining them again. I've just kind of been sleeping on copper ore, to be honest. It was worth about 1 silver a piece. So it's not worth the dismount, but yeah, 3 silver a piece. That becomes more worthwhile. Because that pushes the price of bronze bars up as well. So yeah, so now that we're just sort of running about, just collect a few more items while we're waiting. Other iron deposits popped up. We talk about the zones that are available to us. So like I say, we've got 3 possible zones that we could spin. We've got Westfall first. That links to both Duskwood and Elwyn Forest. I'm not a huge fan of Westfall, if I'm being totally honest. Like, I love it as a leveling zone. It's a fantastic leveling zone. For gold farming, unless you're max level and you can kind of clear dead mines really quickly, there's some good vendors. There's some alright farming loops, but it's nothing to write home about. But we got to get it at some point, and I do love the quests in Westfall. So Westfall for me is like a B tier zone. Then we've got the wetlands. The wetlands obviously links through Loch Modan, and I have been wanting the wetlands for like 5 spins now. I was really hoping we were going to get it straight after Loch Modan, and our gold making potential was just going to go through the roof. But it hasn't happened. But wetlands has so many good farms. So many like obscure items that drop there, so many good trade goods. It opens up the whole north of the map. So until I get wetlands, I can't progress to this part of the map at all. Whereas the south of the map is pretty open. So yeah, I'd really like wetlands. That would probably be my... If I could choose, that would probably be my choice. But I can't. So I'd probably choose wetlands, and it also opens up Kalimdor, which would be great to open up a whole new continent. And potentially a couple more starting zones, some more crafting ults in the near future. And then finally, the zone that now links through Duskwood is Stranglethorn Vale. Again, I'd be really happy with Stranglethorn. It's a really varied zone, beautiful to farm in, especially just doing like herb and ore loops. So again, that's like wetlands for me is S tier. Stranglethorn is probably S tier as well, to be honest, in terms of lower level zones. Obviously Outland would obviously be great for earning gold, but in terms of classic zones, Stranglethorn would be S tier. But for me personally, wetlands is just a tiny bit more preferable. But I'd be really happy with Stranglethorn. We would make crazy money in Stranglethorn as well. So, and again, it opens up Kalimdor through Booty Bay. Zeth, you want Stranglethorn. And Ed, Stranglethorn has amazing farms. The greens and blues you can get sell decently. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm waiting for, is one of these higher level zones, because the zones we've got at the moment, you get a few greens and they're good. They're good. But I want somewhere with some like more reliable blue drops. And we're kind of getting to a level now where people would actually spend gold, like decent gold, on getting the gear. So yeah, either way, if we get Westfall, like, it's fine. It's just not gonna give us anything we don't really already have. Dead mines, sure, but again, how quickly are we going to be able to clear dead mines at level 36? Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what the votes come out at, and we will see what the wheel gives us. So I'm going to close the vote in about 4 minutes, and then we'll put all the values into the wheel, and we'll give it a little spin. So I better head back to Darkshire before we do that. I'm not going to use my hearth. That would be really lazy because we're not far away. Stranglethorn Vale and Vanilla is Horde on Ravencrest, a PvC server. Oh yeah, PvP server, yeah. That is peak WoW. That is... Because I feel like Stranglethorn and maybe Arathi Highlands a bit too is when the Horde really start to overlap in their levelling journeys. Until now, we're in pure Alliance territory. But yeah, that's when the game really comes online, if you're on a PvP server. Edge could be wrong, but there's potentially a couple of good purples that could be dropped there. Okay, that would... I don't even know what purples go for at the moment. That could, like, unlock it. That could be an entire zone roll in itself, in one drop. Yeah, I've missed that jump twice now. I was on the wrong side of the fence. I'm going at the wrong angle. There we go. I just think this roof is so nice and aesthetic with the clock tower in the back. So, let's have a little look. What I'm going to do, we're going to start a prediction over on Twitch. To see what zone we're going to roll. So, do you think we're going to get, what are our options? Stranglethorn, Wetlands, or Westfall? And let's open it up. Let's open it up for 5 minutes. So, if you got some channel gold, which you get for free for watching, then you can make a prediction. Potentially win some more channel points. What do you reckon? Stranglethorn, Wetlands, or Westfall? I'm just going to have a quick look at the polls. Actually, I don't think you guys can see the results, so actually I'll show the results. We'll look at them all together, because it'll be, well, be new information for all of us. Death, you predicted Stranglethorn with 0 gold. Oh, I can't I can't predict on my own channel. That makes sense. What do I reckon it's going to be Stranglethorn. I haven't looked at what the poll is saying yet, like what people have voted, but I reckon there's going to be a lot of love for Stranglethorn. Oh, Sweden don't let you vote. Oh yeah, I forget. Yeah, some countries see this as gambling. So unfortunately you can't vote. That is unfortunate. Yeah, I can't either, obviously because it's my own prediction. But I reckon Stranglethorn, if I'm being honest. But I think wetlands is possible. Then again, in the past, when we've rolled these zones, we've got the least popular option. At least once. So it could happen again. Could be Westfall. I reckon Westfall's going to be the least popular. I also put a poll up on YouTube, so I'm going to have a little look at that now. And I'll share that with you guys. So... Oh yeah, I was right. I was correct. So let's have a little look. Let me share this with you. Let's open the poll. So this is for people who might not be able to make it to the live stream, or people could be in the live stream and also have voted on the YouTube poll. So let me show you. Let me show you the poll in case you have not seen the YouTube. So if you're not on the YouTube, this is the poll that we ran, and this is the results. We've got 66% voted Stranglethorn Vale, so really, really clear fan favourite here. 25% voted Wetlands, and just 9% voted Westfall. So, not surprising, if I'm being honest. I thought more people would vote Wetlands, but Stranglethorn, I mean, yeah, it's a great zone. So I'm going to factor those numbers in. So Stranglethorn, STV, got 66%, Westfall has got 9%, and then we'll look at the poll that you guys have been doing, the straw poll as well, and we'll combine both, and we'll see what they're saying, see what the overall numbers are. Okay, if you haven't voted on the poll, then do it really quickly. The link is pinned in both YouTube and Twitch because I'm going to be sharing the results in a few seconds once I get it up. Right. Okay. So let's have a little look. I've not seen these results, so this is new to all of us. So here's our straw poll. Show results. I reckon it's going to be quite similar to the YouTube, but you never know. Because people can pick multiple options here, so that might affect things. There might be more of a lesser favourite zone. Let's see, show results. Oh, very similar. Very similar. Okay, 60% Stranglethorn, 27% Wetlands, 13% Westfall. Okay, cool, right, let's add all of those figures together then, and then I'll build our wheel. So, what have we got? We have got 60% for Stranglethorn. Westfall, what did I say? It was 13.33%. Wetlands, 26.67%. Okay, so when we add those together and average them out, okay, we've got 63% overall Stranglethorn Vale, 11% Westfall, 26% Wetlands. So now we're going to build our randomizer wheel with those numbers in mind. Go gosh, I need more screens. I've got 2 screens and it's still not enough. Right. Because obviously I'm playing WoW on one, I've got OBS on another, and then I'm trying to open 2 more tabs. It's fine, we'll get there. Right. Wetlands. Wetlands is gonna be 3-5. Stranglethorn. Oh no, I've gone to too many decimal places. Doesn't like that. What did I say? Wetlands was just under 26%. And Westfall was the remainder, the 11-2. Okay, it's quite a stacked wheel. Not gonna lie. So, I'll show you what this wheel looks like. Okay, here is our wheel. This is our final wheel, so make it a little bit bigger. You can see we've got 63% Stranglethorn, 26% Wetlands, and just 11% for Westfall. So, really, really stacked wheel. A lot of people prefer Stranglethorn. There's sort of a smaller pocket for Wetlands, and very few people, just over 10% for Westfall. Alright, so we're ready to spin for a new zone. Now, let's just make sure the Twitch prediction has ended. Oh, okay, we've got 73% predicted Wetlands, 26% predicted Stranglethorn, and 1% predicted Westfall. Okay, interesting. Well, there's a lot of channel gold going about. So, let's get ready and spin that wheel. I really hope it's Wetlands, but I'll be really happy with Stranglethorn too. Thank you for voting, guys. This is a beautiful looking wheel. Let's go. Oh, surely not Westfall. Surely not. Jeez. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. I had a feeling deep in my bones that was going to happen. Okay, well, it's off the wheel. It's off the wheel. That's one thing. Oh, man, this is like the Badlands spin all over again. Oh, we have got Dead Mines, though. Dead Mines is going to be pretty cool, and I think we're high enough level to solo it. Alright, without further ado, let's head over to Westfall. I've got a couple quests as well to hand in. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pop to Stormwind. I'm going to get my quest items, because it'll probably still be quicker than walking all the way from here. Oh man. So we had an 89% chance of not getting Westfall, and we did. Well, there you go. Anything can happen. Dead Mines is going to be good, and Dead Mines is going to be soloable. Buzz Lightyear, you just found the channel and used your 10 points to vote Westfall. Amazing. Well, that's probably the best return on investment. Well done. You just won. How many is it? 1400 channel points from a stake of 10. That is some impressive ROI. Okay, well, there it is. There it is, Westfall. We're going to head straight there. I'd like to say I've got a couple of quest items that I'm just going to pick up real quick. They've been sat in my bag for a long time. The last 3 zones. And we're finally going to get to use them. So, yeah, Dead Mines is huge. Dead Mines is Gonna be a really strong unlock. What else have we got? Oh, there are some brilliant vendors in Westfall. Some rare items, recipes, etc., which people are always far too lazy to go and get themselves. And you can make a lot of profit off the laziness of others. A lot of profit. So that's going to be good. We're going to pick up a few of those items and just have them constantly sat on the auction house. Right, what we got? We got Fulbro's Deed, Solomon's Plea to Westfall. Oh, is that it? I thought it was something else. Right, let's just empty all these trade goods. You can farm the magic dust from Dust Devils. Oh, what's that? I don't know what that is. Magic dust from Dust Devils.
Light bless you.
Oh, and I can do the Legend of Stalvin questline as well. That's going to be good. I love that questline. Puts targets to sleep. Oh, okay. That's cool to know. Right. Have to run. I like things like that. That's like the in Elwyn Forest. We found there's some kobolds over here, the geomancers. They drop magic candles, which yeah people use in PvP. And but because they're a low level thing, like many people don't farm them, so there's quite a good demand for them compared to the supply. So maybe that'll be the same with these Dust Devils here. If they're used in PvP, people will pay silly money for PvP items. Okay, with this is good. We've got some brainstormed a couple of farms already. I need to look into what herbs drop there as well. Because if there's stuff that drops Swift Thistle, then that is worth getting, because Swiftness Potions are, again, great PvP item that people pay a lot for those materials. So the PvP angle, initially, that might be where we need to go. Oh, I love questing in Westfall as well. Second only to Duskwood. I reckon there's going to be some real like niche mobs as well. So we need to farm 175 gold in Westfall in Classic. Tall order? Absolutely, but I think we're up to the challenge. Right, here we go. We got to RP walk into Westfall. Oh man, what a beautiful zone. I tell you what, if this isn't peak WoW nostalgia, I don't know what is. Discovered Westfall. Oh yeah. Here's your deed. I've been holding on to this for a long time. I am sorry.
Safe travels.
Cool, yeah, we'll take all of the quests.
Have a good one.
Quests don't give too much at the moment. Let's turn on trivial quests. They don't give too much, but you get a few cool items from them. And it also just forces you to kind of go all around the zone.
You need something? See you later.
And also some quest items, like, I don't know, say, what do we need here for the cooking ones? What do we need? Oh, I don't know, we haven't got there yet, but yeah, some of the cooking quests, like the gore tusk livers, for example. People will pay, like, good money for them. Because they just can't be bothered to do the quests. Coyote meat as well is great for leveling cooking. We'll farm some coyote meat, definitely.
Well met. Be careful
Oh,
with the alliance.
do you sell anything unique? Oh, we can get a chicken as well with our special chicken feed. Jeez. Might chuck a few of them up in the auction house, you know. Oh, they take up a slot each. Did not realise that. I'm just going to keep like 2 of them. Put them on the auction house.
Go with honor, friend.
Because you can get a pet with that chicken feed.
Farewell. Need help?
What we got? Gortus liver pie and Westfall stew. What is going to be fun is that this is a lower level zone, so we're just going to be able to blast through the mobs. Which is going to save us so much time. Like killing mobs that are quite a few levels lower than you. Gosh, look at that. Compared to those Worgen, that's so easy. You don't have to worry about dying. We can pull loads of mobs at once. Oh, this is going to be... We're going to be chilling. See, in Duskwood, if I pulled too many mobs at once, it was actually a bit scary, whereas here, there's just no risk of it. Awesome, we can blast through all the quests. Farm lots of mobs really quickly. Because what other high-level player is farming mobs in Westfall? There isn't one. So we've got a niche market. Zeth. Do the same things in the Barrens. And you're with me. Yeah. I'm kind of... I know it's kind of asking for trouble, but I am looking forward to the Horde starting zones. Like doing the Barrens, Duratar, Tirisfal Glades, I do think they're going to be kind of fun, although they're going to be really hard. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking forward to them. It's going to be punishing, don't get me wrong. But there's going to be a lot of items that we as Alliance players wouldn't normally have access to. Ed, what server do I play on? That is a great question, to which I honestly cannot remember the answer off the top of my head. It's EU servers, I can tell you that. What we got? Copper and tin. Okay, pretty standard. Coyote meat. Yeah, let's have a look. What does coyote meat sell for? Oh, 12, 13 silver. Nice. And that's going to be really easy to farm as well. What about gore tusk snouts? Not much. Or intestines, not much. Okra, not much. Okay, coyote meat. That looks like a good one. Murloc eyes. Oh, you know what I think sells well? Crawler meat. Just almost want to get one just to see the TSM tooltip on it. Oh, clam meat as well. Because these are all really good, like, items for leveling cooking. Right, well, we've got crawler meat. 5 to 15 silver. Nice. Clam meat. Couple of silver, nothing crazy. Crawler meat's pretty good. We need some murloc eyes, so we'll get them.
Too far away.
So I want to get the treasure chest for the quest here. Oh my gosh, I've missed low level mobs. They make life so easy. Oh, loads of quests there as well. Awesome, so this is where our next farms are going to be. No pun intended. All round Westfall. So previously, trade goods have been the way forward. I don't think that's going to be the case so much here. I think we're going to be relying on mob drops a lot more. And potentially some dungeon farming, which I'm pretty happy about. Selling trade goods to me always seems... it's almost too easy. You know, anybody can just run a farming loop, but... working out what mobs to kill... and finding some good, like, hyper spawn areas... that's really satisfying. There's also, if I remember correctly, there's also some nice rare drops. Why is there a level 70 warlock? Why would you possibly want to be farming here? I should be skinning these as well. What are they going to drop? Light leather, probably. Might not bother skinning them if I'm being honest. Okay, so what do we think? What do we think of the new zone? Are we happy with this, or do we think this is going to be grueling? I'm going to be honest, I'm happy we've unlocked it early. Imagine if we had to farm like 500 gold in Westfall. Because we're kind of at a level where we one-shot everything, so getting extra levels wouldn't really pick up the pace. So now's pretty much the optimum time to get it.
I'm out of range.
Saiku, hello again. Hello. Can you guess what happened while you're away? Ooh, Red Defias mask. Oh, it's soulbound. That's sad. So the new zone is Westfall. The new zone is Westfall. Yep, it accounted for only 11% of the wheel. And, yeah. We got lucky or unlucky, depending on your perception of Westfall. Yeah, 63% voted for Stranglethorn. About 26% voted for Wetlands. So this was definitely not the fan favourite. But like I say, it's off the wheel now. We've got it. We've unlocked it. We've unlocked it early as well. And there's a lot of decent farms. Westfall should be pretty smooth. Yeah, it will be. It will be. I think getting 175 gold here probably actually isn't going to take that long. It's not going to have insane farms. Maybe it will. Who knows? but I think it'll be fairly consistent. I just want to find some of these dust devils. I think they're out over here. But I honestly can't really remember. These are knoll camps. This is where the pillagers are. Oh, and I know actually where I'm going to go. I'm going to show you guys a great little gold making tip. A classic. That can only be done in Westfall. And this is going to be like one of our like real consistent money makers. Mark my words. If you know where I'm heading, then you know. Dead Mines as a wool farm should be quite profitable. Yeah. Oh yeah, Dead Mines is definitely going to be in the rotation. We're high enough level that we can solo Dead Mines. It may be the case that we don't do a full clear every time, because it is quite a long dungeon, and some of the boss fights, they won't be hard, but they can be time consuming. But we'll have a little play around with it. Just grab this guy's quests while we're here. And then we're going to go to this lovely little gold spot. I hate that it dismounts you when you swim. Get rid of the iron ore macro. Oh wow. Okay, somebody here knows about the... Oh no, I think he's just boosting someone. Weird. I was going to say, I think those guys drop a rare bit of gear. A staff or something. Right, our moneymaker's going to be this guy.
What can I do for you?
Who sells a few little recipes that people usually can't be bothered to come out and buy themselves. So they'll pay a lot of money to get them off the auction house. So we've got a few. Slither skin mackerel I don't think is one of them. Clam chowder. I think... let me have a little look on Wowhead as to which one of these are unique items. Krigon Talstone. NPC in Classic World of Warcraft. So, clam chowder is only sold in Darkshore and Westfall. So this one here that sells for about 70 silver to a gold. So that's about 10x really easily. And about 4 of those sell a day. So we're just going to keep a few of them on the auction house at all times. Because that's basically just guaranteed passive income, which is great. What else does he sell? Slither skin mackerel I'm pretty sure you can buy from other places. You can buy that in an Iron Forge, Rainbow Fin Alacor. Yeah, it's sold in quite a few places. And spiced chili crab. Not sold in many places, but it is quite expensive, and only one sells a day. So I'm definitely going to buy a few clam chowders while I'm here, and I'll just keep popping back every now and then and stocking back up. It's not that far. How many bag spaces we got? I'm just going to buy 10 of these. 6. And then I'll just buy one of each of the others, just see how they sell. And I'll just send them all off to an alt, my mailbox alt, and see what kind of gold we can get. But I think these clam chowders definitely going to be an easy money spinner. So that's good. Coyote meat. 42 sell a day for about 12 silver. That's good, easy, reliable farm. Crawler meat. Less profitable, but more volume sold. I need some gore tusks. Get these guys. Yeah, we'll have a look play in the dead mines at some point as well. Oh, let's skin. Oh, ruined leather scraps. I don't have time in my life for ruined leather scraps. What an absolute waste of bag space. Yeah, I know there's also a few unique drops. So I know that the Murloc, I think the Murloc Oracles drop a staff. What else? There are other ones in Westfall. This Dust Devils apparently drop some cool items, but I don't know where they are. But I'm sure we can find a little farming spot for them. Aren't ruined leather scraps worth more than light leather? Maybe, because they are good for leveling leather working. I've sold them for about 90 copper each, and light leather for about 2 silver each. So, yeah, generally the price ratio kind of makes sense. I know what you mean. People sometimes will buy a lot of leather scraps for leveling their leather working, but I don't think there's the demand in volume, because it's quite a... You would only do it to level your leather working. You wouldn't ever do it for any other reason. It's just it takes quite a lot of time to get light leather, which isn't really worth that much. So let's set our hearth to Sentinel Hill, and let's send off all of those recipes. Oh. To free up our bag space. And also anything else we might need. Sort of protection, cadet braces, potentially worth something. Couple of chicken feed. Yeah, that should just about do it for now. Yeah. Are there any other, like, really obvious farms that I'm missing in Westfall? Thing is, as well, with all of these zones, there are quite a few where you don't even know they're a farm. Like, nobody knows about them, but then you just go out, you find a few items, and you're like, they've got a good sale value.
Be careful.
And suddenly, you just invented your own gold farm. Eric Law, good evening. Good evening, how are you doing? We're just hanging out here in our new zone.
You need something? Hey there. Have a good one.
Chilling in the classic zone of Westfall. Oh, Thunderbrew's going to be worth something. Just one to keep an eye on. Right, for some reason I feel like these flesh rippers drop something good, but that might be in retail. Let's just have a quick look. I remember standing in this little spot here and farming them for some reason. What do they drop? Not a lot by the looks of Wowhead. Nah, it must be a retail thing. Yeah, I can't see anything super interesting there. We do need some vulture meat though. Sort of kill a few of these because I think they hyper spawn in this area, so let's kill a load of these. Why not? Small eggs could be worth something. Eric, you're still getting used to the game. You're new to Classic and came across Zonelocked, and you're trying to copy my thoughts and in process to gain some gold yourself. Awesome. So have you played WoW before, or are you totally new to WoW, or are you just new to Classic? But it's cool that you've got some inspiration from the series. I can certainly give you some gold making tips. Oh, there's our 3 vulture meat. Oh, you played WoW around 2005, 2006. Okay, so you've probably only ever played Classic then if you're just jumping back into Classic. That's great. Best version of the game, in my opinion. Best version of the game. You never were good at gaining gold. Yeah, I mean personally, I love gold farming. Just love it. One of my favourite ways to play the game. But if your primary goal is to play the game, but you also just want to get a bit of gold on the side, then I would approach it in a very different way, personally. Because if you're not a fan of gold farming, then there are some like more fun farms that you could do that probably align with how you enjoy playing the game. So it depends. If you want to gold farm for the sake of gold farming, then yeah, all of these different things. I just like finding weird and random gold farms. You want to be like super optimized, then obviously end game is going to be where you want to be.
Safe travels.
It depends what your goal is. But if you just want it to be nice and easy, I would just pick up like herbalism and mining while you're leveling. Especially mining. And just sell a load of, you know, iron ore and above on the auction house. You love farming and leveling, so a combination of both would be great. Yeah, I would say actually what we've been doing in this series is actually a pretty good template for that. So ordinarily, you would just sort of play the game, you would, you know, do your quests, go to different zones, etc. and level. Like I say, I would pick up herbalism and mining. It's just great passive income really, because when you're running around leveling, you're going to pick up loads of them anyway. So that's the first thing I'd do. I wouldn't even run dedicated farming loops for them. I would just have them just get used to switching between find minerals and find herbs as you're running about. And you'll just gather so much value whilst you're just doing your normal stuff. And then if you have like a class that's like quite fun to kill mobs with, and that's personal, whatever you whatever mob you think, whatever class you think that is. Personally, I love like a rogue. I think when you get a rogue with some like decent weapons, killing mobs, just going around like farming level appropriate mobs is so fun to me because they're just so good at it. Then I'll just find a load of humanoids in whatever zone you're in and just go and kill a load of them. You'll get loads of experience. They also they tend to drop the best gear. So you get green items, grey items that you can vendor. You'll get cloth, which is always in demand. You can pickpocket as well. Once you get to kind of higher levels, there tends to be some like good stuff on pickpocketing tables. But I wouldn't, personally, I would steer away from like picking a class because it's good at making gold. Like, I like rogues, but if you don't like rogues, I honestly don't play it. You got to think about the long game.
I need a target.
Just find a class you enjoy. They're all pretty decent. There isn't really a bad one. Some people will tell you there is, but I don't believe that.
My mana is low.
So yeah, what class do you
I need more mana.
tend to play, or what class are you playing at the moment? Ed, you're currently leveling a shaman in TBC. Nice. I feel like you got to in TBC. Now that you can finally have them on Alliance. You got a level 4 hunter? That's awesome. What race have you got? You Alliance, Horde? Love that you can get a pet. That is exactly why I am a hunter.
That spell is
Literally no other reason. I just think they're really fun to play. An edgy main hunter on hardcore. Yeah, I love hunters. They're quite intuitive, I find, to play. You can do a lot of stuff with hunters solo that you can't do with a lot of other classes. Because you've got your own tank there all the time. You haven't got to look for groups. You just got to keep this guy fed, which I'm actually doing a really bad job of. Oh, you're an Alliance Dwarf because you... Amazing. Amazing. Well, clearly, I think that is a great choice. Dwarf Hunter. It's like quintessential classic experience. Just such a good aesthetic. And the two were made to be together. Like Dwarf with a good gun. A bear by his side. I know I've got a boar, but... bears look cooler. Or wolves. Maybe your next class will be a rogue. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I'd just... honestly, if you enjoy a class, just play that class. Personally, I kind of flick between a few different classes, depending on the version of the game that I'm playing. So for this challenge, obviously I'm playing a Dwarf Hunter. In hardcore at the moment, I'm playing a Warlock, which is pretty cool. Quite enjoying the Warlock. They're really good in hardcore. I didn't realise when I made it. I just made it because I never really played Warlock. I thought I'd change things up a bit. And one of my crafting ults is a rogue, and I honestly, I'm loving the rogue leveling experience to the point that I might start playing a rogue in hardcore. I don't want to do that.
Inventory is full.
Ed, you're raiding with your hunter on hardcore. That's pretty sweet. Never raided in hardcore personally, always just like the leveling experience. Plus I don't think I'm I don't think I'm good enough. I'd really have to. It's been a very long time since I raided. I'd really have to relearn all the mechanics. Not that they're too bad in Classic. Eric, yeah, gonna grab a bite to eat. See you later. Yeah, have a good one. Glad you're enjoying the series, and yeah, good to see you again soon. Buzz, you're playing a Draenei Hunter in TBC. Love it. My first ever character was a Draenei Mage. And they still have a very special place in my heart. It's super scary to raid on hardcore. Yeah, I can imagine. I'm not a big, like, I get scared when I do dungeons in hardcore, purely because you're relying on the abilities of others. You know, if you've got one person that's just a bit impatient, or like a, you know, healer who doesn't really know what to do, or a tank who doesn't really know what to do, like, I find it so difficult, like, putting my, you know, character that I put literally days of playtime in the hands of someone else. But when you're like doing dungeons with friends, that is, or like a good guild, that is peak WoW. But yeah, I tend to just level on my own. Ooh, what we got there? Copper modulator. Yeah, we'll have that. Oh, you raid with one of the top guilds on the server? Yeah, that's pretty great then. It's not the kind of thing you want to be doing with just random pugs, is it? Not being funny, if you're putting a raid group together on hardcore, you probably are a like pretty decent player. You know, you've got to level 60 already. So you got to be pretty good at the game. Or pretty sensible with the game of hardcore. And then you're actually raiding. You know, you're going out and wanting to raid, so... Yeah, I feel like that's a good filter for a lot of players. Oh, Salty Furby just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Appreciate you using your Bezos bucks on me. Glad you caught me online. You just binged the series. Amazing. I love that there's enough of the series now that you can binge it.
Greetings. Go with honor, friend.
I reckon the rate we're going, it's not going to be too long before I'm putting another video out. Because I'm just kind of randomly running around killing mobs, and we've got some good item value already.
Well met. Be careful.
Oh my gosh, how is this an upgrade? Oh, it's because I don't... Okay.
For the Alliance.
I buy and trade.
Right, let's sell off some rubbish. I'm actually going to keep some of these white items because weirdly enough they do sometimes sell. on the auction house.
Go with honor, friend.
Ed, usually when you do Blackwing Lair Molten Core, it takes about an hour and a half to get done with both of them. You fly through the raids. Wow. Yeah, well, I mean, if you're with the top raiding group on the server. Yeah, the thing is, as you well know, if you're in the top raiding group, it's so easy to get complacent. It's so easy to go, oh, I've done this a million times, it'll be fine, and then just pull wrong one time. And things can go so wrong. Chess piece from the Dead Mines might be an upgrade for me. Oh, yeah, probably. Haven't upgraded. This gear requires level 12 and we're level 36, so there's definitely a lot of scope for upgrades. Let's pop into Dead Mines while we're here. I'm not going to do a full run now, because I think it's going to be a bit longer than I perhaps would want it to be, and I don't have the bag space. But I just want to get a bit of an idea as to how easily we can take down the mobs. Because it'd be a good cloth farm. There'll be some gear upgrades as well, because there's quite a bit of leather. And then we'll properly do Dead Mines. Once I've cleared my bags and... got a bit of dedicated time for it. But yeah, we're definitely going to be running the Dead Mines a lot, so if there's any gear upgrades, we're definitely going to be getting them. Ah, and Ed just subscribed at tier 1. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. You guys are on fire today. Oh, we've started a hype train. Love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Right, now, actually, while I'm on Twitch, I think there is a... I think I've got a gifted sub promotion that I can run. Maybe not. Says I can discount gifted subs 35% for a few hours. Maybe it's already running. Who knows? Oh, it's already done. Cool. Oh, nice. Cool. There's a discount on gifted subs. Let me see. 10 hours left for it. Cool. Oh, that's on. Nice. It's so weird because obviously I can't see what other people see. Alright, let's get some elites here and see where we're going. What do we reckon? Is Dead Mines going to be super easy, or is it going to be surprisingly difficult? Well, once we get to some elite mobs, we'll get a pretty good idea. We are 20 levels above them. I'd like to think it's going to be fairly easy. Well, there's some quests in Stormwind and Ironforge I can pick up as well, actually, isn't there? We'll definitely do them, why not? Oh, dropped heavy stone. You think it'd be pretty easy? Yeah, I think it will as well. I think it's going to be easy to overcommit. Right, there's the undead bit. We're not going to go in there because we don't need to be honest. Nice. Now, here's a question. If I gift subs, does that up the hype train? We got 20 seconds left. Let's see. Oh, yes it does. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching. We just pushed out 5 gifted. And that's taken the hype train up a level. Oh, 2 levels. Thank you for watching on New Spin Day. So that means you get to watch without any ads. Oh. Ed the Pandito just gifted 5. Oh, thank you very much. Wow, you did not need to do that. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Loads of people. Who's got a gifted? Caldus, Producer Bono, Jeff the Prop, Pop Black, Big Burrito, Kuchi, Donamo, a regular viewer. Love to see it. I420 Bandit. It's Violet Wolf, Gruely the 8th, another regular viewer. Awesome. Make sure you drop Ed a thank you there. Oh jeez, Seth just gifted 5 gifted as well. Oh, amazing. Oh, thank you, Zeth. Cloudberry84, Saiku, Buzz, Lunakey. Wow, everyone's getting the gifteds now. Yeah, new record, I'll say. Level 5 hype train. Phenomenal. Thank you very much, guys. Wow, that hype train is popping off. That means we're going to get some unlocks once we claim this. Oh, Salty, you watched the Misspire 50 dungeon runs? They never did Dead Mines. Be interested to see what the gold per hour is. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be good, isn't it? Surely it's gonna be good. So many cloth drops. Probably worth killing these Defias miners, actually. Because they're non-elites, but I think they drop good cloth as well. Quite a lot of ores, as you would expect, with it being a mine and all. Wow, all that for 31 copper. Zeth, maybe start thinking about designing sub-badge as well. Ah, yeah, actually I've already started. I'm hoping to roll them out in the not too distant future. But yeah, no, good idea. I like custom sub-badges. I really like them. So yeah, definitely will be. I've got a couple of ideas. I've started doing a few of them. One of them is about like the the PvP ranks in WoW. Private all the way up to Grand Marshal. Doing something around those was my initial idea. Or I was going to just do some that are just like different sigils from the game. But it's still early days. I've only made a few like example designs to see what I like. So very much open to suggestions or feedback for them. Ed, you love the name of the Discord? Yeah, the Dwarven Tavern. I think it summarises it pretty nicely. Just a place to hang out. And it means you get notified when I go live. And just otherwise chat about WoW or about anything, really. This is my fear. I've filled up my bags already. It's fine. This was never going to be a full run. Oh, we can open this hype train loot box in a minute. Ah. And Ed the Pandito is going to get a new badge, conductor badge, for being the conductor of the hype train. Right, I'm actually going to recover some mana before we take on the first boss. Here he is, Raxor. Right, we'll kill this guy and then we can open our hype train loot. Or actually we can open the hype train loot first because it is ready. Hype chest level 5. Here we go. Thank you to everybody who contributed. What have we got? We unlocked a new emote. Lovely. There we go. Well, thank you guys. There's a lot of people who have got the a lot of people who have got subs now, so you don't need to worry about ads. We only run like the minimum 3 minutes an hour. Just means that nobody gets pre-rolls, but hey, it's nice to have none. And also you get access to loads of subs and lots of other cool things. So yeah, welcome to the Dwarven Tavern. Welcome to Goldlocked Classic. Now let's kill this big ugly ogre. And get his loot. I don't know where we're going to put his loot, mind you, but... we'll figure it out. Oh yeah, Raxor's hammer. What if it's bind on pickup? How on earth is there a region sale average? That can't be right. Looting it will bind it to you. Is there a way to loot it? No, just bind on pickup. How has that got a sale average? Weird. Maybe from disenchanting it. Yeah. So strange. Maybe somebody's found a bug. Why is all the rum gone? Ah. Rewatched that movie the other day. And now I need to watch the entire series. Oh. Let's go. I'm not going to do the whole dungeon because our bag's already full, but I'll do a little bit. We'll do a little bit. We'll see what kind of stuff we're getting. Lots of wool cloth, lots of linen cloth, which is good. That's what I was hoping for. That's what I was expecting. Where did these guys come from? Ah. Well, yeah, we're definitely of a good enough level that we don't really need to worry. As long as we don't pull like a silly amount of mobs, we're not going to die. Which is good. This is a good level to be at. I wouldn't have wanted to get Westfall any earlier, because Dead Mines just wouldn't have been viable.
Inventory is
Oh no. Stonemason's cloak. I like that stonemason cloak. Okay. You can't carry anymore. Let's half out. Okay. Dead Mines is pretty viable and actually pretty quick to clear. So we'll definitely be doing that. Definitely. Loads of good cloth. Loads of cloth. Which we love to see. We'll send that off to our crafting out Argus. All that lovely cloth for him to convert. We'll send some stuff over to the mailbox. Oh, what should we send? That looks like it sells. We've got some tin ore. What do we got? Copper ore, yeah, we'll get rid of that. Chunk of boar meat. Always sells. Raxor's hammer. I'm gonna look on the auction house and see if that actually sells. Hops. People like some hops. Cool. And then we'll sell all the other rubbish.
His honor, friend.
Nice. So I think, yeah, I think we've got a pretty viable zone here in Westville. I think we're going to make some good money. Because we need to get 175 gold. So we're only 173 gold away. Well, actually, that is a lie. I do have about 50 odd gold on our mailbox ult because we overshot Duskwood by quite a lot. I might use that to buy bigger bags. I might use it to speed up Westfall if it's a real drag, but I don't think it will be. I think we're going to find it pretty easy.
Light
Right, let's just pop over to our crafting ult, because I think I sent him some stuff the other day as well. Oh yeah, he's got loads of cloth. Nice. So we'll get him converting while I just catch up with chat. Zeth, you're going to go for an ale then from the Dwarven Tavern. The ale of choice this evening is a Mad Tom West Coast IPA. Got the Tomlin Stream. Oh, sounds delightful. Not bad for a Sunday afternoon. And we've got the tavern music on in the background. I've been playing a little bit on Argus here. Got him up to level 20, as you can see. Because we need to be level 20 for the next rank of skills. So I can now learn my tailoring up to 225. Which isn't so much of an issue now, because we're probably not going to be getting lots of silk cloth for a while. But we're prepared. We're ready for the next next zone, and we've also got a full thing of rested experience. I'll just stay in the tavern and listen to this. Listen to these tunes, I quite like them. So yeah, I've been converting all of my cloth into bolts. Because for some reason the bolts sell for way more. Especially when you get to wool and above. Bolt of wool cloth. What can you fetch for that? At the moment you can probably get about 15 to 17 silver for that. But for a single piece of wool, oh my gosh, that's not right. 7 silver. Maybe I shouldn't convert them. I don't think that's accurate. Yeah, converting to bolts. Big, easy money maker. Because you can just sit here and do it. AFK. Got some silk bolts as well. A lot of value in these bags that I need to sell off. Salty Furby just followed, thank you. So yeah, we've got 2 craft knots. We've got Argus here, who's our warrior. And who else have we got? We've got Whiz Pop. Oh no, Whiz Bang Pop. Who is our other crafting alt from Dunmoreau, who's an engineer and tailorer. I don't think he's got any mail that he needs. But I've been collecting a load of leather from Duskwood. But he's ready to start levelling up his leatherworking, because he's also level 20. And his engineering. Although I'm really behind on ores. So yeah, that's our little warband for the time being. We got Zone Locked, Argus, Wiz, and then all of the money. Oh, didn't mean to log in. Sometimes my mouse double clicks. That's fine. All of our money goes onto Tollmaster. So for the last 3 zones, we've got the 375 gold that we've paid. Previously I was doing giveaways, but there's not that many people on sort of EU servers on Thunderstrike. So might come up with some other creative things we can do. Let's just get all of these items that we just sent off. And then we've got an auction house alt as well, just to save us having to run back and forth. So it's quite the operation we got here. And, oh jeez.
Inventory is full.
Inventory is full. I'm not going to post anything up just yet. But I just want to check a few prices on the auction house, see what we're actually looking at. So that hammer, I just want to see if there actually is a way to sell that hammer that we just got. What was it? It was a Rapzor, wasn't it? Yeah. hack sword. No, I don't think there is a way to sell that hammer. I think that was a bug. Save the gold up and do some sort of event later down the line with a lot of smaller prices or something. Yeah, a lot of smaller prizes. Yeah, could do. Give off loads of gold at once. That would be a bit more hype than just, yeah, giving off little bits at a time. That's a good idea, actually. Yeah, we'll just do like one big gold giveaway. Yeah, once we get to like 1,000 or so. Yeah, that's a good idea. Nice, that's what we'll do. Right. So yeah, for those of you that are new to the Goldlocked challenge, that's our team, that's what we're working with. But this is the main guy here, Zone Locked, who's got a full bar rested experience, which he's probably not going to use for a while. Now we're in Westville. We've got our newest zone unlocked. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining us. Wheel spins tend to always be a bit of a shorter stream, but you'll be very pleased to know that I've got a decent little bit of time off work coming up. So in about a week or so, I'll be doing quite a few streams. I'm going to mix it up. I'll do some obviously gold locked ones, but I might do a bit of hardcore as well. And yeah, it'll just be good to sort of hang out and chat and play some WoW, which I'm really looking forward to. So keep an eye on the YouTube and pop in the Discord if you want to get notified when I go live, and we'll do some longer streams when we've got like a goal, you know, get X amount of items, get to certain levels, stuff like that. We can do some more challenge streams. But yeah, look forward to seeing you all then. Zeth, can't wait for them morning weekend streams. Hopefully not this coming Saturday. No, I think this coming weekend, because obviously it's Easter weekend, is going to be pretty busy. But yeah, definitely after that, we're going to be able to get back into a bit more of a routine, which we haven't had for a little while, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to having some time off work and just playing some WoW, because that's the dream, right? You missed Humans, Bane? No spoilers, but yeah. You might not be missing that vibe for a while, for too much longer. Yeah, we're definitely gonna play in some hardcore, but I'll reveal all soon. But yeah, we're gonna be making some not just doing some normal leveling and hardcore, although I am also doing that. But yeah, we've got a hardcore challenge baking in the background. Brilliant. Well, listen guys, have a great week, and thank you for joining us. Thanks for breaking our record for our hype train, and for helping me to unlock this new zone. I'll see you all later. Until then, go with peace, friends.